Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, thank you for clicking to this video. I think the time has come where I get to do my plant tour. I have been procrastinating on doing this plant tour. It's just because I feel like at the time I am not very happy with my collection, and so I tried to downsize by a lot. Like if you have been on my channel for a while, you would have seen that I had plants all over the house, including the basement. That had changed, and so I think I am in a position now where I am happy. And yeah, so today I feel like I am ready to do the plant tour. I was planning on doing this for my 1 year on YouTube, but just I'm sorry if you hear the noise. That is from outside. They are cutting the grass, and I think that is the blower or something. So I'm sorry about that, very bad timing. But anyway, as I was saying, I was gonna do the plant tour for my 1 year on YouTube, and it was last month. I think I'm not too late. I'm not sure how much plants I have right now, but I am pretty sure I have gotten rid of a lot of plants. I have sold a lot of plants, and so right now I have plants that I really love. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so we are at the entrance door, and I just realized I actually have two plants that I put outside, plants that I don't feel so attached anymore. So I feel like maybe I should put it outside. It wasn't growing very well, so I put it outside, and maybe the summer will do some miracle to it. So let's see. Okay, so this is our front yard. It's a very tiny garden. I'm sorry if it's noisy. We have the road there. It's actually a pretty nice day, except for it to be being gloomy. These are the plants that I was talking about. This is my fiddle leaf fig, and those are a bunch of Dracaena that I put together. Fiddle leaf fig hasn't been doing very well outside. I put it out here, and just the other day I noticed it has a new bud coming out there. So anyhow, those are the two plants there. Now let's go inside. Alright guys, so we made it inside. Let's start here. This is a cotton. I don't know exactly which kind, but it is very beautiful. It is sun-stressed. It used to be upstairs in my plant room, and it just outgrew the space that it was in, so I moved it here. I think it will be fine. This is the window by the door, and it is getting a lot of bright indirect light, so yeah, I think it's gonna be fine here. If you can remember, I used to have like a bunch of plants on this corner, but then my husband was always whining every time he has to open this. This is like a closet door for our jackets and boots and things like that. So he's always complaining about how he's knocking the plants over, or you know, the leaves are getting caught. So I have to move all those plants and be considerate with the other people living in the house. That's that corner. And on this side table, console, I only have this bamboo plant. So far it's been doing okay there, and just beside it is just a fake flowers in the greenery, so just ignore that. Now let's go upstairs into the living room / dining room. Okay, so majority of the plants I have are in this section now. So that is a southwest facing window, I think. I'm not sure, but Yeah, let's start by the window first. But in that corner, I have this fern leaf cactus. And back there is a money plant. Here is my, I have been calling this plant a zebrina, but I looked it up. It is actually a Alocasia tigrina because the leaves are, you know, looking upwards, and the lobes are much more elongated. The whole or the entire leaf actually is more elongated compared to the zebrina. So, but that one is very beautiful. This is the newest leaf, very pretty, and I love the silvery tone to the leaves. And I have this one here, a philodendron red emerald that I chopped back, and it has a new growth here. Back there is a Ficus benjamina. On the ground is an imperial red, I'm not sure, and then a Birkin. So that's that corner. Now we are going to the other side. On the back of our AC, I have a huge philodendron red emerald. Now over on my plant wall, I have quite a few plants here. I have gotten rid of a few pothos that was in here, and so I am left with this marble queen that has some yellowing leaves over there, another marble queen, a Schefflera arboricola, a dwarf peace lily. I have gotten rid of my bigger ones, so that one is good there. Then I have this dumpkin, Dieffenbachia. I know it looks silly in that wall, but I kind of like how huge it is. I love the print on the leaves of this one. Now on the other side, I have a Dracaena. Is this Dracaena marginata, I think? A ZZ regular green, another pothos. I think this used to be a marble queen because if it is in a low light area, it all turned green, but I don't mind. It is super beautiful and looks very healthy there. And then I have this snake plant here. It is a combination of two kinds. That one with the yellow margin, and then the green, plain green. Then I have this Chinese evergreen that had given me a baby. On the back there, seem to be okay. So that is the plant wall behind the couch. Actually, I missed one plant. I have another one there. Hello! This one is my Scindapsus pictus exotica. I have thought of selling this many times, but I don't know, I feel so attached to this one. This is my original Scindapsus pictus exotica. I have one cutting upstairs that is growing very well as well. Maybe I will sell that one instead and keep this one because it seemed to be very happy there. I love the huge leaves of this plant. Like, look at that, it's like bigger than my hand. And it is starting to attach itself to the wall there. And then I have one plant here on a side table. This is a pumpkin, I think, also. Or are you? I'm not sure. But it's okay, it's doing okay. I think it could appreciate more light, but I needed something there, something tall to just, you know, fill up, because it feels empty without anything on top. So that's that. Now, dining table, I only have one plant. This is my Stромanthe Trio Star, and this is my Rhaphidophora decursiva. I moved it down here, and it seemed to hate the space. It is starting to yellow, and I'm not sure what's going on with it, but it's still beautiful. And back there is just a cutting of a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. And then on the kitchen, I only have one plant here. I have a marble queen pothos that is trailing on the top of the microwave. If you see dust, just ignore. I try to keep it clean, but sometimes we miss a spot. So yeah, it is doing well here. It is getting some light from that window there, and some light from up above there, and it seemed to be okay. So yeah, that's the marble queen. Okay guys, from here on forward, I think I am gonna show you each plant by taking them out of the shelf, because as you can see, it is packed with plants, and I think it would just be easier to show you. And so we are going to start down here. This is my Rex begonia, just a regular one, very pretty plant. I love the polka dots on this plant and the red backs, and it stays here. I am gonna make this quicker because I have a lot of plants here. And then this one is a Cissus discolor that had died back, or died and came back for me many times, doing well now. I have a lot of Philodendron bilitae babies that I am trying to grow and sell. I'm not gonna show you each one because I have quite a lot of them. And I have a Philodendron brandy. This is just a cutting, and it is rooting very well here. So far it is doing good with the regular room humidity. And then down here I have the Ficus moonshine severiana, doing pretty well now. It had been dormant for a very long time during the winter, and it didn't do anything at all. But so far, since the summer or the weather got warm, it had pushed out 2 new leaves. Very happy about that. Here is a baby of my Alocasia miculitiana, very pretty. This is the newest leaf. It had sized up pretty much, and although I have one leaf going away, it's fine. It is pretty much rooted. It just stays on the back here. So most of my shelf is supplemented by grow lights, and the plants seem to be okay with that. And also it gets like ambient light from that big bay window there. So yeah, and this here is my Amidrium medium silver, very pretty plant. I love how silver and thick those leaves, and it is giving me 2 new leaves there. I have 2 down here. These are actually new growth points that had just come out, so I'm very pleased with this plant, very easy going. In the back I have my moonshine sansevieria, which is exploding with new growth. Like there's one here, I have one here. one there, and I think there's a little baby ones down there, which I don't know if you can see, but anyhow, it is very happy here. Right, next is a Ficus Audrey. That was a gift to me. Very pretty. I love how the leaves are dark and velvety and smooth. Very, very nice. It is also root bound, but I need to get a bigger pot that will fit with that one. Here I have an Aglaonema bamboo that is also giving me babies, like there's one here and there is one down on the soil. Very easygoing plant and very rooted too, and I am happy that it finally grew, because this was doing pretty well upstairs and it had a lot of babies, and then I took all those babies out and I think the plant got mad at me, but so far it's starting to grow back. On the top here I have a Tinanti lubertiana, something like that. Very pretty plant. I love how bright the yellow or mint, is it mint? Neon, whatever variegation it has. Very nice. This is an anthurium that I am not sure which one. It has big leaves. So far this is the newest one. It is sizing up pretty much. These are the old leaves that it came with. This is a Calathea mosaica that is not doing very well. This one here is my splendid Philodendron splendid. I think the leaf is starting to get the mature shape of it. This is starting to look like a heart elongated shape leaf, and I'm happy about it. It is just in a tiny pot because when I checked, the root was too small to be in a bigger pot, so I left it there, and I have a stick holding it up. I don't know if it's doing anything because it doesn't seem to make it stable at all. So anyhow, that's that. Now this here is my gloriosum that I have rehabbed many times, but I don't know if I will keep this one, but so far it is okay for now. It has a baby root, no, baby leaf coming out, so that's fine. And then last one on the top shelf is a Calathea rufibarba, I think. It is okay. It has some new leaves coming out there, and then there's one here. This had spider mite at some point. You can see some of the leaves are damaged, but it seemed to be clear now. So we finished this part here on the bottom, we finished the top, and we finished all of this here. Now the big chunk of the plant is on the bottom and on the side there. So let us get started on the shelf here. All right, on this shelf here, these are just baby Billy, and I don't need to show you that. On this cloche of a cup, I have a, actually let me open it for you, it needs to breathe anyway. This is a Philodendron SP Columbia Silver that I am trying to grow. I have quite a few of this as well. I have sold one already, but it is very pretty. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna show you the ones that is on the bin here, but that is that. And you know what, let me just take the whole tray. Actually, this here is my Philodendron El Choco Red, or vericosum. I couldn't get the exact ID of this plant, but it looks like a El Choco Red to me with the velvety leaves. and the red bags. But it also tells me very cosum. I'm not sure. But anyhow, it is very pretty. I have to put it in a cloche because the leaves seem to be coming out wrinkly. And so, yeah. Next to it is my variegated Calathea. What is this again? Calathea. Geez, I am forgetting the name of this plant, but this is my favorite. I have to put the name on the screen because I am not remembering the name right now. So that is the first side of the shelf. Let me just put this back quickly so they could get some light while we have a look at the other plants. Okay, there you go. Next here I have my variegated Alocasia frydek, which is not looking very variegated at the moment. I don't know what is going on with it. Look at some yellowing there. It doesn't have spider mites. I wonder if I was giving it too much light. I used to have this in my plant shelf upstairs, and I had the grow light on 24 hours, and it was sitting directly underneath the lights. So I was thinking maybe it was getting too much light. That is why it is curling. But anyhow, it is giving me this new leaf, which I'm hoping it is more variegated than the rest. The roots are doing okay. So yeah, that is Alocasia frydek. Then I have here a Philodendron squamiferum baby. Look at the fuzzy petal, hairy. And I have a leaf, a baby one coming out there. Another baby Billy. And then I have this Santosoma, I don't know. I can't remember exactly the name of this plant. This is a rescue plant I got, and it had given me this leaf, which has a little damage on that side there, but I think it is gonna be fine. This and me are still figuring out each other. I am not sure exactly what the care is for this one. And yeah, that is that. Next is my Philodendron tortum that had given me this new leaf here. And there is a baby one all the way there. And then next to it is my monstera albo. That is the newest leaf. It doesn't have fenestrations yet, but I am happy that it had grown because it has been on rehab for a very long time. And I checked the roots just the other day. It is looking very nice. So I am very happy that it is finally growing for me. And I think it appreciates being ignored. When I was caring for it too much, it wasn't doing very well. So I have it on the back of the shelf so I don't mess with it often, and it seemed to be loving it more. All right, let me just put this back quickly and we are going to continue on. All right, on this cloche here I have another Vericosum or El Choco Red. Look at the leaves of that plant. And then next is my Mother Billy. Look at her. She is huge. Well, compared to other people's Billy, this is nothing, but this is the biggest I have. And I love her so much. I love the leaves of this plant. Look how pretty it is and long. The stem is also very beautiful with the pink tone. Very nice. I just have this on this shelf here. I know it looks a little squished, but I really want it in the open so I could see it often because it's beautiful. So we're done with the first shelf. We're gonna go down one. Where did I get this from? Anyway, I'll just squeeze it there. Okay, the next one I have, this is my Syngonium milk confetti. Am I right? I don't know. And look at those roots. Very nice. Very easy care. Another BB Billy. We just put it there. And then on the back I have my Philodendron Ring of Fire. I have sold my bigger one and I kept this baby one because, as I said earlier, I much rather want to have smaller plants to fit in the shelf so they don't look too messy. So I have that on the back. Next is I think this is a peperomia. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but I will look it up and I will put the name on the screen. For some reason, peperomia and me don't get along, but this is doing pretty well in my care. And the leaves are like Hoya textured. And so I think that's the reason why it is thriving in my care, because the other peperomias are like thin, or I just don't know how to care for them, but this one is pretty easy. Look at those new leaves coming out like this. Very nice. Beside it, I have a Philodendron quad color or orange marmalade. It is very pretty. It is similar to a painted lady, which I actually would like to add into my collection someday, but this one pretty much looks like painted lady too. Next is this plant here. This I know is a philodendron. That is one healthy root there. I don't know exactly the name. If you guys know the name of this plant, let me know. I would appreciate it. But that is that. And on the back of the shelf, I have this Mycans for philodendron, for vining philodendron. I think this is the only one I have left in my care because the rest were not doing pretty well for me, and I was constantly battling spider mites on those vining plants, so I threw them out and I kept this one because the leaves are very pretty and the back of the leaves are that color with this dark green on the front. It is just very pretty. I have this on the back of the shelf because I wanted to climb up the wall and not looking very messy looking in the front here. So yeah, that is her, and that is the next shelf. We are going to finish this one shelf first. So let's go to the bottom. This here is my Philodendron White Wizard, I think, because the stem is white and green only. There is no pink, no pink. So I think this is a White Wizard. This is these are new leaves, these three here. I damaged the newest one when I tried to help it come out, And there is another one coming here, and I should leave it alone so I don't damage it, but it lives down here. Next is my Ficus elastica. What are you? Burgundy? I'm not sure, but I know this is a ficus. This was given to me as well, so far it is doing okay. These bigger leaves on the top are the ones that grows in my care, so I guess it is doing pretty well. Next, here is my jungle boogie, or Philodendron narrow. I had this plant in my care for a while and it was huge. I chopped it up because I don't like the way it's growing. It was sprawly and it was taking much space, so I chopped it up. And let me show you the roots. This looks amazing. Look at the roots. All the way around there. So I think it is happy. It is growing new leaves there. So yeah. And then the last plant on this first shelf is this one here. This is my Alocasia silver dragon that has a lot of babies on the bottom. It doesn't look very much right now, but I love this plant so much. I think this is the first Alocasia I had in my care, and this is the first Alocasia also that made me fall in love with them. It was so hard to figure out Alocasias, but I think these are my favorite genus of plants now, next to Philodendrons. So look at those roots, although the bigger ones are weak. I have it in a self-watering pot, but there is a root coming out there, so yay, happy about this plant as well. Okay, so we finished this side here, the bottom, we finished the top here, and then the next, and then that side. We're done with that one. In this one, so we are left with this and the bottom part and the corner there. So yeah, we're almost done, guys, and we are doing great. Okay, so let's start again. Let's finish up this two shelves here. So another baby Billy that we are not going to talk about. So this here is actually a propagation bin of plants that I am trying to grow out. So let me just take it to you closely. So here I have a pink princess that is a cutting from my mother plant. It is not very variegated, it barely has pink, but I have high hopes. This is another Vericosum or El Choco, I'm not sure. I have another of the SP Colombia. As I said, I have a few babies of that one. And another Vericosum baby. And then another SP Colombia. They are rooting very nicely. I'm not sure if you could see that, but on the bottom there it is rooted very well. And I also have here a, hold on, I have a dead leaf in there. This is a dragon scale that I am trying to grow for myself. I love dragon scale, but I have sold every one of them, which I don't know why I did, because I love the plant so much. But anyhow, this is what I have left, and I think it's okay. It is 2 leaves at the moment, but I know it will grow pretty quickly. I just snapped a leaf of my Philodendron vericosum, like this one. Oh, so annoying. That is what happened when you are clumsy. But anyhow, I also have some baby Alocasia silver dragon here on the bottom, which is very difficult to see. I may just take a video of that and show you separately because I am having a hard time tilting this box. And yeah, this is what I have in this bin, and it just sits on the shelf here, so it is warm and bright. So this grow lamp gets a little warm, and so it is a perfect condition for my silver dragon babies because it is warm on the bottom, and yeah, it's like a heating mat for them. Anyhow, continuing on, this is my Syngonium albo that has very beautiful variegations, and it is giving me 2 new leaves here, like this one here and then this one here. So I am hoping this summer it will explode with new growth because I really would like to have like a big Syngonium albo pot. So that's that one. Now we are down to the bottom. Let's start here. This is a Peperomia incana. This is the hairy Peperomia with a very thick succulent leaf, and it is doing very well. It has a lot of branches coming out there and here. So yeah, I think it is very happy, and the roots are healthy as well. So yeah, when I first got this plant, I have thought of selling it, but then I fall in love with it, so I kept it for myself. All right, this here is my reverted Philodendron Perezo Verde. I don't know if you guys have a trick on how to make them go back to variegated. Let me know. I know this is a temperature dependent plant, and so it needs warmth to get the variegations, but I had this by the window and it was getting like bright indirect light, but it wasn't getting variegated still, so I just move it away and put it down on the bottom shelf here, and maybe you will see what it does for me. Yeah, but anyhow, it is rooted there. I don't know if you could see that light colored thing there is a root. So yeah, and this here is a baby of my black velvet, which I'm gonna show you in a minute, so we'll not talk about it so much. And then this one here is very special to me. This is a cutting of my in-laws spider plant. She snipped it from her huge plant, and it is very rooted in there, very healthy. When I first started collecting plants, I had a spider plant, and for some reason that wasn't growing for me, but this one is growing very nicely and very beautifully. So I'm so proud of that little plant. Next is my what is this again? Gigantium silver, Epipremnum giganteum, I think is the name of the plant. I'm not exactly sure, but it is also rooting very nicely, and I am excited. I don't know if it is just me, but if you can see the plant, the leaf, it is variegated, very subtle. It looks like a mint variegated leaf, and the new leaf coming out is looking very white. So I am excited to see if it is gonna be totally variegated, or I am just hoping for a variegated. Anyhow, it is still very beautiful. It reminds me of Philodendron silver sword, which I can't grow. So this is a good plant for me. I just have it on the bottom here because it is tall and it's taking a lot of space. And then the last plant on the bottom shelf here is a very special plant to me as well. This one here is my Florida Beauty. When I got this plant, it had like a lot of green leaves, but this one leaf here gives me hope that it will come back to being variegated. So I took very good care of it, and it rewarded me with this very pretty minty variegated leaf, which I am very happy about. Actually, before this leaf, it had given me like a very neon color leaf, which I will see if I could find a picture or a video of it, and I will attach it too. But anyhow, it is giving me another leaf down here. I hope it would be variegated as well. And so yeah, hey, okay, you have to see this. Look at the root of this plant. Massive and very healthy. I know I have to repot it very soon, but for now I am gonna leave it like that because I'm afraid that if I mess with it while this leaf is coming out, that it is gonna ruin that. So it will stay like that for a few days maybe. Alright guys, we are down to the last part of the shelf. This is my favorite part because I have here my favorite plants, and so yeah, let's get going. Okay, so we're going to start on the bottom because these are my favorites, and then the top are my least favorite. But anyhow, this here is my Alocasia cuprea that is down to 2 leaves. I think it got the spider mite at some point as well, but it is doing well now, and the leaves are looking great. I have a new one coming out there, so I think she's good. I love the beautiful leaves of this plant and the color of it. And then next to it, I have an Alocasia longiloba. This is a baby plant. I used to have like a huge one, but then I sold that one and I am left with 2 babies. That is doing very well. No complaints at all. Very easy care. Right now it has 2 leaves on the bottom that is coming out. I don't know if you can see that, but those 2 new sticks are new leaves coming. So very happy about that. So I'm going to show you all the Alocasias first. This here is my Alocasia Maharani. I have 2 plants in here, and it is very pretty. I tend to navigate into Alocasias that has pretty leaves and textured leaves. So this is one of them with the textured leaf. It is thick and rough and just beautiful. And you know what, let me check the roots of this one. Oh wow, it is very rooted in there, if you can see. So yeah, I am proud of my plants. Okay, I spilled some soil into my clothing. So yeah, Alocasia Maharani. Next is my Alocasia Bambino. Very cute. I love this plant so much. Yeah, all my Alocasias are in self-watering pots. That's why I'm checking if they have water. But this is doing well right now. I am down to 4 leaves, but I have 1 on the way down here. So looking forward to it. But it's very pretty. Although some of the leaves has damage too. I think it used to have spider mites, but I have treated all of them. And see the back there, those markings are, I think, spider mite damage. Anyhow, it is doing okay. Next is my Alocasia Ninja. That is also looking very, very pretty. I have only 5 leaves at the moment, and I don't see any new one coming in, but I would take 5 leaves as long as they are looking very nicely, and all of them are. They don't have any imperfections. So yeah, this is a very easy care plant, and it does look very similar to black velvet, which I will show you in a minute. But I love how round and thick and velvety these leaves are. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna wipe it with my clothing. Since I am battling with fungus gnat, I tried putting powdered cinnamon on top of my pots, and it seemed to be doing a little bit something, because the fungus gnat is not as much as it used to. But yeah, and it actually smells nice too. So yeah, this is my Alocasia ninja. And here is my black velvet. See how pretty those leaves, how dark they are, yet red on the back. Very unique. And this is the newest leaf, and it has a flower, this thing here, which I think I will cut because I think we don't need a flower. This one leaf here is not standing up straight, so maybe I will tie it or clip it or something. And let me show you the difference between the two. Although they look similar, this is the ninja. Look at the variegations and the shape of the leaves. They are 2 different plants. And also the back of the leaves. The Alocasia ninja, I don't know if you can see clearly. Hold on. Okay. Alocasia ninja on the back, although it has a tinge of red, it is not as dark as the black velvet. See the back of the black velvet, it is pretty red. So yeah, these 2 are my favorite. All right, last Alocasia in here is my Alocasia pink dragon with 2 leaves. But this is the newest leaf, and it is huge, I tell you. And there is another one actually coming out from this one. This Alocasia I find is very, ooh, I just pulled out the whole thing. I was just gonna check the roots. Oh boy. Jeez, what did I do? I don't want to repot anything at the moment because I have to go to work soon. So, and I just spilled substrate all over the floor. But anyhow, let us just leave it for now. Oh, it's wobbly. Anyhow, this is my pink dragon Alocasia. It has pink stems, hence I think the name of the plant. Very pretty. She sits on the back here because she's tall and she has a huge leaf. Okay, there you go. All right, the last one here is my favorite monstera tide constellation. Look at that. I am excited because she is giving me this new leaf, which I am not gonna touch because this one I ripped when it was coming out, and I tried to help it and I ripped it, and I have a tape on the back which I don't think is doing anything, but I think it helped a little bit because this piece didn't die off. So yeah, I am excited for this one. I think it will unfurl in a few days because it's already open a little bit, just not fully. But yeah, I think This plant is very well rooted in root bound because I have not repotted this in a very long time because I'm scared that it will die if I touch it. This is a very finicky plant as well, so I will just leave it be for now. Alright, I think I'm just gonna finish up first the top before I put back the plants. But here is my ZZ Raven. This has not done anything for me in a very long time, which I think it was entirely my fault because I was not taking very good care of it. And so I repotted it into this bigger pot, and look, it had given me this new branch here, which I am excited about. So yeah, I love how dark this plant is. And then I have here a baby Pilea, which was given to me just a few days ago. It has acclimated into my space, that's why it's joining the club. So there's that. Another Syngonium. This is, I think, the pink Syngonium, or maybe I'm just making it up because the leaf is pink. So yeah, look at that, it's pink and the back is green. So that is that, and she is just sitting there in the back. Next is a Begonia Frost that is looking not so beautiful at the minute. Although this plant had grown so much in my care, this I bought as a very small cutting 3 years ago, I think. And the secret I found with begonia to make it bushier is to trim them often, and see how huge it is now with a lot of branches on the bottom. So I don't mind if it is losing leaves left and right. It grows fast, so it will be fine. And here is my variegated jade that I have taken out of the soil because it wasn't doing very well. I don't know what is wrong with it. It looks like it has flat mites. I have treated it many times, but it had never, you know, well, so I might just get rid of this. But for now, it is on the back there. Alright guys, so that is it for this shelf. We are gonna go next to my plant room upstairs. So let me just put back all of these Alocasias, and we're gonna go upstairs and we are gonna be done.
Alright guys, this is the most that we have tackled today, and while editing I realized it's a very long video already, so I decided to make a separate video for my plants upstairs, especially the Hoya cabinets. So please stay tuned for that one.
Alright guys, that's all I have for you for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you are not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. That would mean so much to me, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!